What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Starseed. We're going to hop into this career and prosperity reading. I'm going to roll some dice, do some pre-channeling, and then we're going to dive into some friends oracles here. Remember to only take up what resonates to and for you. Leave what doesn't. Put in your pocket what you're meant to keep. Throw away what you're not, all right? If you want something more catered to you about your situation, you can book a personal reading. If you want to see more collaborations, more spiritual readings, you can always support the channel by donating. Without further ado, we are going to hop into this message. Remember that you are always responsible for your actions and reactions to these readings. I recommend pausing the video, taking a couple of centered breaths, tap into your intuition, and use your discernment. So, starting off with the dice. We have 222, 13, which is also 4. We have 8, 2, and another 3. There's Mercury retrograde, so just in case I said that really weird. We have 222, 13, which is also 4, 3, 2, 8, and 2. If any of these stand out to you, like any order, look that order up as an angel number or a life path number. It may hold some significance to you right now. We're going to tap on into the channeled message, and then I'm going to shuffle from my lovely Maruk, her beautiful career and money oracle. Some of you guys, I'm already overheating. Some of you guys are very stubborn, really stubborn and hard-headed. Now, most of y'all are using this in a way that's counterproductive. Now, you might be saying to yourself, when does hard-headedness and stubbornness work for a person? You'll be shocked. We're going to dive into that just a tad. However, I feel like some of you are probably getting some really good advice and you're disregarding it. Or you kind of feel like everyone's situation has to run like your situation. And that's just not the case, right? There's different types of success. There's different types of just how energies go about what they want out of life, whatever that may be. And I'm feeling like sometimes when someone's coming to tell you something, if you don't think they have the same experience as you, then you disregard it. You just completely throw it out the window, and it actually might be advice that can help you right now. Others, you're not a good team player. Can't be a team player to save your life. You could be, but you've spent a long time not being that. And if you have a business you're trying to start on your own, what you need to understand is networking and eventually building your own team once your business needs it is going to be important. It's hard to work with people that are hard to work with. And we're in the age of Aquarius. The old way of doing things is dying out. So if you think just being a hard ass is going to save you, it's not. Some of you needed to hear that. For others, it's procrastination. I keep hearing, oh, I'll wait for this thing to be done. And then that thing comes, but it comes later than you expected. So then it's, oh, well, that took so long. So now I got to wait for this other thing. And by the time you blink, weeks have passed, months have passed, and you still haven't put out that product, worked on that thing. It's time to come out of that procrastination energy, and it's time to really get motivated. For some of you, you might be feeling motivated. It's just energetically hard to do the work for some reason. Like you kind of have a hard time putting your hands on it. And it's actually, for some of you, your work environment that you're in now, or your living environment. The people around you are just not enthusiastic about what you want to do. Or when you go to work, this is what I feel. I'm feeling the exhaustion. It's like somebody wakes up, they clock in, or they eat their breakfast, they wash up, they clock in, they do whatever the work is throughout the day. It's the same repetitive-ish. They go home, they deal with whatever that is, wash up, go back to sleep, start the whole day again the next day. And there really isn't any excitement beyond that. Even if you didn't mean to, you're sort of just existing, and that's it. Your motivation for doing something better is still there, like your passion, but doing it in the physical sense is exhausting, because if you think of that workflow, it doesn't leave much energy. So you need to start tapping more, Mercury retrograde, guys, tapping more into your creativity, tapping more into really expressing those gifts and those talents. And if the people around you are not supportive of it, just remember this: as your success goes, not everyone can go with you. As it starts to get into flow, not everyone can flow with you. Some of you do spiritual work, you're getting into it, and you're finding that there are clients or even family that are taking advantage of your gifts. It is time to set your boundaries. It is time to charge what you're worth. I'm going to say that again. Take a deep breath. It is time to set your boundaries, and it is time to charge what your services are worth. Family discount? No. They can go outside and go buy themselves some $100 Nikes, $200 shirts. They can sit up there and pay for your services instead of coming to you like you're meant to be a free-for-all. You feel depleted every time you do this. For others, you might have had clients that you helped, a little different. You kind of maybe gave a little more than you typically would, and now they're sort of trying to take advantage of that. If you keep giving something like this away in the way that you're doing it, people won't value it. And they'll just get used to using you, and you'll just get used to being depleted. Meanwhile, you don't get to get into a position where you can do the work that you love and help all of the other souls that you want to help. Some of you just really needed to hear that. That's what channeled in. Let's hop into the Oracle. Marduk's Money and Career. It's either Money and Career or Career and Money Oracle by Marduk. You can find her on Etsy. And of course, as always, I will link the decks in the description. We're going to find out what career things you need to know right now, my darling. Whoop. Got flippers already. We got Justice. Oh, snap. Some of you have had setbacks. Just seen a flash of the luck card, though. Let's dive into these two, and then I'm going to shuffle some more because I feel like I need more from this deck. We have something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. What was I just talking about? Your career may be in law as a policeman, military, in the courts and criminal justice system. I don't really feel like it's too much of that for a lot of you. There are some of you here who you went to law school, so you might know a lot about law. Maybe you changed your mind as far as it being a career path. However, you might find that talent will come in handy for something else that you're trying to do. Maybe it's getting the legal papers for your own business done. Maybe it's doing legal work for others, not necessarily as a lawyer, but like an advisor of sorts. Like, somebody might come to you and say, hey, I have this case. I know you're not a lawyer, but what advice would you give me on like how to start an LLC? Or somebody made a false claim against me about something. How can I handle it? And you can actually provide it as a service. I think remember I said something about like that stubborn energy. You might find that you don't like how the system is ran, but that doesn't mean that you can't use what you've learned about the system to help other people get through it and deal with it. So justice feels like it's coming in here for more than one reason. I'm also picking up the justice energy of the tarot card Justice, which is about balance through order and honesty. Things will be put in order through the truth. So if there's something that you felt like you were being lied about, or if there's something negative you keep telling yourself, the divine is saying, listen, the truth is going to be revealed. Whether it's about a person, whether it's about yourself, and it's time for you to be in alignment so that you can actually have the door open to receive the kind of energies that you are meant to receive. And at the bottom we have, be sure to be honest and ethical about money. I feel like that also plays into that whole setting boundaries and not letting people just take advantage of you either, because that can throw you out of alignment. Some of you guys that have been stubborn, you have found a couple of setbacks. And some of you have had setbacks just because, you might have said, well, it was COVID and it might be something else. And now you might say it's Mercury retrograde. But honestly, it's your energy. You're in an environment where the energies just don't match. And so you have to do something that picks up your energy so that you can start producing the kind of, money, the kind of business that you want to produce so that you can get out of your situation. Some of you feel like you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, like where I live get on my nerves, my job gets on my nerves, and you spend so much time focusing on that it creates a block. And this, you got to take responsibility for the mental blocks you create. Law of attraction and manifestation work at all times. It really doesn't care what your belief system in it is, as far as the energy itself is concerned, which means everything you think, everything you say creates a form of your reality. So if you're constantly saying, I can't stand my job, I can't stand this house, I can't. Yes, you can vent that. You can vent it out. But then what are you doing about it? Are you immediately going to change your energy? Or do you go outside, go for a run? Did you start doing art? Close your door, put some music on. Do something to amplify more of your creative energy, to get yourself in a better, more positive mindset so that you can then do the work that you have to do. It's not about ignoring the things that tick you off or set you off, but it is about getting into alignment. Because for as long as you don't do that, you're going to keep finding yourself between a rock and a hard place. So I feel like that goes back also to what was pre-channeled. Some of you have been really frustrated. Now for others, you had a money setback. You know, I remember I said something about procrastination, and there were people that were waiting for something to come in. It took forever. And then once it got there, they felt like, dang, I fell behind. Now I got to wait for this other thing to come in. Again, you want to redirect this energy. But these setbacks that some of you are having were actually a blessing in disguise for some of you, because there was something greater. It's like that when one door closes, another door opens. Don't focus on the setback as a setback. Focus on it for the lesson that it's bringing to you. Why did it happen? What exactly went wrong? Now, what is the solution? I'm going to need some of y'all to be as focused on solutions as y'all tend to be on a problem. What stands out to me on the card is don't lose hope. Use this time to learn from your mistakes. Right there at the bottom. Right there at the bottom. Okay? I gotta be careful sitting back here. I don't want to knock over this tripod. Let's get the next card we have. Look at that. There is something better. When one door closes, another door opens. It may be unclear to you right now. You might find yourself going, but when? But how? Change your thought process and change your actions. This isn't just about, sometimes you guys think of, like, for example, you'll think of affirmations as just, oh, I just said them and that was enough. No, what was the action you did? What action did you do after that? And when you're manifesting, put yourself in the feelings and emotions of that which you are trying to manifest. When it comes to law of attraction, stop chasing. Comments like chasing the bag. Why are you chasing a bag, first of all? I don't care if you say I could fit 10 to 20 million in that bag. Why are you chasing a bag? You're an abundant being. All the resources you need are within yourself, or you can easily absorb. Money is to be made by you. Money's not here to make you. I want you to listen to that again. Money is here to be made by you. Money's not here to make you. You make the money. The money doesn't make you. You set the lifestyle. The lifestyle doesn't set you. But if you keep living like your current circumstances are that's how your life's going to play out, that's your fixed energy, then trying to manifest a better energy is going to always take you a long time, or might even get held up. So it's time to redirect that energy. So instead of it being, I'm chasing a bag, instead of it being, all these other terms that can easily go the wrong way, I don't have to chase anything. It comes to me. It flows to me in expected and unexpected ways at all times, all day, every day. I make money in my sleep. And think of money as energy instead of just a physical piece of paper, right? Because then what will happen is the career, the opportunities, the people, the places, all that stuff starts coming in because you're no longer just thinking about a dollar bill. You're thinking about the energy. So you'll find that the right person that wants to be your business partner contacts you. A fantastic opportunity to collaborate on some crazy, exciting stuff comes in. A chance to learn about NFTs may pop up. A chance to invest. You can start investing in startup companies for $250 and scale it up as the company, reopens for investment and scales itself up. There are so many new opportunities for you to seize right now while the iron is hot. Of course, use your discernment. And again, I do feel like somebody here has legal experience or may need legal, assistance and like something that they want to do. That's fine. Get it. Go get it. But don't be afraid to get help. Don't do that. Don't fear getting help. And if you already know the answers, put what you know to the test, but always be open to learn a new perspective of it. Your setbacks might have been blessings in disguise. What can you learn from them? How can you fix it? There's something better. Something better is on the way. Ooh, okay, we got 2. Whoop. Rebel. What was I saying about the hard heads and the stubborn, that rebel energy? However, that rebel energy can work to your benefit if you know how to channel it. If you can cycle out the negative or sometimes more toxic aspects of it, vent it out, cycle it out, then you can actually use that rebel energy to your benefit, right? You can be a trailblazer. Rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. Some of you might find that you're like, there's a topic or there's something in my life that I went through that I'm an expert at. Oh, but nobody may want to hear that. Yes, they will. There are some people who just can't get it on their own, and there's nothing wrong with that. Humans are here to help assist each other, in case y'all didn't know. I know sometimes people get a little distracted and they don't want to remember that, but that's the case. So you might be a motivational speaker. You might be someone who can provide a course on what you know. Like I said, somebody might know law. Maybe you're meant to provide a course on that can help them, while they're in school, because perhaps maybe the way school's teaching it to them just isn't clicking for them. Or you're like, hey, the system is broken, but here's how you fix it. Okay, there is something strong here about law energy or going to a professional to maybe get help with like starting a business or whatever the case may be. There's something here with that, as well as, of course, the divine truth, divine order through truth. And with the rebel energy, it's setting your own lane. You're not meant to be like everyone else. You're just not. For those of you doing spiritual work, yes, there are practices that need to be respected, regardless of personal opinion. Respect. However, you might be meant to do something your own way, and you'll be guided. Just make sure you stay true with it. Allow that trailblazing energy to shine. I'm telling you, it's going to lead you to what you want. Oh, I forgot that there was a card that fell. Success will find you. Boom. That's one of my I said what I said moments. I said what I said. I said what I said. Okay. Cards, listen. I like my cards going in one direction now. Okay. Shuffle again. Some of you just need to manage your money. You need to get a better hold on managing your money, what you spend, what goes in, what goes out. I recommend, even though my lovely Guru Jugget isn't physically here with us anymore, if you go to Rama TV, they do have content for business. And one of the things and this is something you can find on her channel, Guru Jugget, but she talked about how you should be checking your money every day, your losses, what you're spending out, what's coming in. Don't do it to the extent you're driving yourself insane. It doesn't have to be all of that. Managing money doesn't have to be this complex, oh my God, I need to be like the best accountant in the world situation. A lot of accountants don't even know what the hell they're talking about a lot of times, believe it or not. And if you're an accountant and you're here and you got offended, I recommend watching that video. And look, we just keep it honest around here. Sometimes a lot of what you're saying is gobbledygook, and we can simply simplify it. And it's important to recognize that because, again, we're heading into an age where the old systems and the old concepts are no longer working. I saw an accountant say that they were having a hard time understanding cryptocurrency and NFTs. NFTs are literally just digital art selling on the internet like regular art. Like, you understand? But because their mind was trained in like a one task way, it's kind of not open to learning any other new systems. Whether these systems stay or go, your mind must be flexible, because the age of Aquarius is that futuristic age. Things are going to be cool this minute and then mold the next. Think Transformer. Optimus Prime on people, okay? Like, people are going to be transforming, businesses are going to be transforming, and you have to be flexible in that. Okay? And a lot of you guys who are having a hard time understanding are, like, some of you are in the age bracket of those who created most of these companies that are now, the NFT and the cryptocurrency companies. You're in that 20, 30, and 40 age range. So it's important to be open-minded here. Okay, but money management is important. What are you sending out? How much was it? When tax return come, how much do you expect back? All of that jazz matters. What is your profit margin? A lot of times starter businesses put a lot in before they see some gains, but we can switch that with manifestation. We can switch that with attraction. Okay, so just be really open-minded here, guys. Be really open-minded. There's a lot of prosperity coming in. Lot. We have control. Some have an issue with control and need to be in a state of flexibility, my loves. I don't even need to read anything off the card. I'm already telling you. You need to be more flow. Some things you also need to just let flow through. Like, you see how the water, it's some heat can cup and then the rest is just like flowing down. Let that happen. If something trickles away, some things aren't meant to be held on to, I should say, is the proper way to say that. Some things aren't meant to be held on to. They're meant to transition out. You're meant to transition from them. Again, sometimes setbacks are blessings. They come with all blessings, and lessons work hand in hand. So this is allowing you the chance to let flow out whatever wasn't serving you. Divine order. Let whatever wasn't bringing order to your life flow out. Get yourself in order. Manage your money. Something better's on the way. Let that rebel spirit make you you're already a trailblazer. Use that energy. Success will find you. Remember, you don't have to chase money. Money comes to you. You don't have to chase a bag, which again is like, I've never liked this term, but I'm seeing now that spirit is constantly like having me point it out, because so many people get caught up on, I gotta chase it. And you know what I see? I see a bag hanging from a fishing net, and there's like a group of people just chasing it, and they can never catch up because they're on a treadmill, and the treadmill never lets them get close enough, but they're still chasing it. You know what I mean? You got to think about the structure of your mentality in the words that you say. You don't have to be overly critical of yourself, but you do want to catch yourself when you find that your words and your vibration and mentality are out of alignment. You're saying things that kind of contradicts what you want. So instead of, oh, my money's so hard, oh, I'm having such a hard time getting this and getting that, instead it's, my money flows easy. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I got it all the time. My pockets are swole. Stop telling people you're broke. If there's people you don't want to give money to, just say no. Learn to just say no. I do that all the time. Somebody asks me for something and I don't want to give it, or I don't particularly have it for them, then I say no. You can also say it that way. I don't have it for you. And which is true. You don't have it for them. But stop saying you're broke. Stop putting broke lingo and mentality in your head. And you will see that the opportunities and the things that you need to have money flow to you clearly will flow. Okay? Let's move it on along. See if we can try to keep this short, because we're probably already like, woo child, 20 some minutes in. We got luck popping out. Your luck is about to change. You could get lucky. You could get a lucky break, some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very lucky and very prosperous for you. Somebody here might also be of Irish descent, because I just saw a leprechaun. So someone here might be of an Irish descent. I see, now this is interesting because leprechauns don't like to share their gold normally. But I saw a leprechaun like they were pointing to a pot. Like, look, right there. So it's like the blessing of a leprechaun. That could be important to somebody. Also, the ladybugs here are standing out to me. So ladybugs are a sign. Clovers are. And someone who may have Irish descent. Maybe you're married to someone Irish. And no, you don't have to just be, I get this a lot, and I always have to like educate on this. You don't need to be white to resonate with Ireland. Ireland has people of color there. So you could have had somebody that was a relative of yours that lived there, or it's in your family somewhere, and maybe you're drawn to that place. Perhaps a business opportunity to work or do school or go to school in Ireland will come up. But there's something about Ireland. You guys got to expand your cultural knowledge, even of your own cultures. It's a lot of weird stuff that have been taught to people over the years. And again, the age of Aquarius is going to have some of y'all sitting there like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So just be prepared. Let's get one more, Spirit. Let me get one more. Not two. One. One more. Manifest. What did I... Listen, man. Ooh, somebody's into Harry Potter. Not because he's just wearing, you know, he's obviously doing like a Harry Potter thing. But I'm actually seeing, it's not in the card, but I'm seeing the Gryffindor symbol, the Slytherin symbol, and what were the book people? Ravenclaw? I'm seeing those symbols and colors. So someone's into Harry Potter. Someone is into magic work, mystic teachings, mystic school work. That could be something else that someone's meant to mentor in or do. Because that's what I'm seeing, like someone teach a person mystic work and a bit of spell work here as a career choice. So for those of you who do spiritual work, that's standing out here for somebody. Harry Potter in general and those particular, I listen, I didn't leave Hufflepuff out because I don't like them, okay? Hufflepuff is cool. That's just not the symbols I saw. So some of you, when it comes to spiritual work, you might be more of an active person. You might be more of a bookworm person. Or you might be more of the I work in the shadow kind of energy. Whatever it is, Harry Potter is a sign or a symbol for you. You may not be a fan, but it's still showing here for a reason. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talents. So that part stands out. Again, Hufflepuff, I got love for you. That's the healer energy, and I do sense healers here. It's just that with that particular card, I didn't see the Hufflepuff symbol. Okay? Don't come at me. Don't at me. We're gonna now get into, I have 3 decks here by Esoterra Shop. Esoterra Shop? Yeah. On Etsy. Loving her energy. I believe she works with someone else. I think it's a couple business. Or either way, it's a partner business. I would recommend checking them out if you're into oracles. She's on Instagram, and they have a Etsy shop. So we're gonna see what some of the creative. This is gonna be really specific for some of y'all, but again, with these type of readings, there's something for everyone to take away. But this is going to give me some, I can already feel it's going to give me some really specific stuff. All right. Let's see what some creative things you can do to get into flow here. To get your career into flow. To get your life into flow even. We have popular. What was I talking about being of service? How will this creation be of service to others? That is the point. That is always going to be the point. How can what you know or what you do provide a service? You'd be shocked how many people are quick to get into a career because they just like it. Oh, I like tarot, or I like this. Okay, but how will your version or your way of doing it provide service to people? You're a motivational speaker. Again, same question, right? You have a product that you love and you like and you kind of wish you could invest in it or sell it. Okay, but how would you do that? So you start paying attention to that. Pay attention to the people who are in need of that particular thing. That helps you. If it's something that involves topics, that helps you know what topics to cover. That helps you know how to, reach them, what they might need to hear when it comes time to market. You don't have to market like all these other people around you do. But one of the main keys to marketing is making sure that you're put in front of the people who actually need you. And I feel like someone needed to hear that. Maybe you just kind of like maybe you're a cook, but you're advertising your stuff to people who really don't care about cooking. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they can say you're amazing, but they don't care about doing that. So they're not really investing in it. So find the audience that's into cooking and then sell to that audience, because they're the people who are going to need your cookbook or your, whatever it is you're doing. Okay. I'm working through the Mercury retrograde, honey. We got pleasure. Give yourself some tender love and care. Prosperity readings always come with this reminder whether I say it in the pre-channel or at the end, that the most important thing is to give yourself love and care. And when it comes to business, every time you have a success, celebrate it. You can choose how you celebrate it. It can be small, it can be big, but celebrate it. When you have a setback, take a minute to recognize it. You know, you can vent out maybe your frustration, but then immediately look into why did I have that setback and focus on the solution, and then put that solution into practice and praise yourself for recognizing that, for being able to sit back and say, here's why that thing didn't work, or here's why I was having an issue with that program, whatever it may be. You'll be shocked, because what you're doing is you're giving yourself gratitude. And you're giving gratitude to the universe for helping you point out not only the successes, but the problems. And so now the universe says, okay, now that you understand what's going on, as you're manifesting and attracting, I know how to help you better and how to give you more signs, because now you're more open to what I'm sending you. Now when you see certain numbers or certain synchronicities, you get it off the bat. You can get yourself to be in full alignment. So take a moment to show gratitude to yourself, to the universe. And I say this all the time in every reading, even prosperity readings, let the universe flex. Set your intention, start working on it, but don't get so locked into that one way that you think something is going to go that when it changes, you're stuck or you don't know what to do. That's why some of y'all had some of these setbacks. You have to let the universe be flexible. You have to let go of the control. Okay? You got to let things flow. Woo. Okay, we have world. Everyone is waiting for your new thing. Everyone is waiting for you. Spotlight's on you, baby. And we have journal. Make a bucket list, snapbook, jot down ideas. Pretty much, some of you do this when you do your vision boards. So that could be also, but some of you might find that you do need to journal your dreams and your ideas. Another soul sister of mine's also picked up journaling dreams because they're prophecies. And I always tell you guys to pay attention to your dreams. So you're getting ideas or even guidance from your ancestors and other guides, maybe even other readers. Like sometimes people tell us that we visit them in their dreams and give them information. That does happen. We do work even in our sleep. So write it down. Just write it. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Maybe research it. You know, if you hear a certain word playing in your head over and over again when you're awake and you're like, what is that? Why? Or even a certain song, look it up, look into it, and you'll probably be like, oh my gosh, that was that thing I was stuck on. Oh, I just got this spark of inspiration immediately. And for those of you, if you deal with like dyslexia or something of that sort, writing something down really quick can be hard. Pull out your phone, hit record. Hit record, darling. Where there is a will, there is a way. Somebody here just needs to master a skill, like a new skill. You kind of like, you have the remedies or you have the fix, but it's like it needs to be done a different way. Maybe you're used to like one way of doing something. That's just channeled in. Music. Turn up your favorite tunes to lift the energies. Listen to a playlist. If you are around people or in an environment that's not working for you, it's getting on your nerves, you know, that somebody feels like Mercury retrograde does this to me all the time. On top of when you guys have a hard time communicating in the energies, I stumble. Someone feels like a rotating door. I clock in, I do my business, I go home. After I clock out, I eat my food, I wash up, I start this whole process again tomorrow, and it's not very motivating. You need to do something to pick up your energy. I believe I stated that in my pre-channeling. Music can be a way to do it. Journaling helps you manifest in the sense that you are creating a material thing for it. Recordings can work this way too, because you can start playing back your own messages to hear what you were talking about. So when you do record yourself with an idea, let the enthusiasm come through it as well so that it can energize you. Okay, that's something that a lot of times when I do soul sessions with people, we'll base the whole program just around that, right? If you if you feel like you are feeling down, also remember to pay attention, like tap into some pleasure energy here. Do something that brings you joy. I feel like some of you, music brings you joy, or, watching your favorite show brings you joy. Put yourself in a joy state, and then once you're in that joyous state, then create. Dreams, boom. Don't sleep on the kid. Don't sweat the technique. Trust your feelings. Get inspired. Most of all, write down your dreams. Journal dreams. Music. Messages coming in music. Somebody here is trying to create a color palette for something. You might have been thinking about that right now and wondering if you should even put time into it. Well, it just popped up here, so I'm assuming that you should. Just heard that, like, color palette. Yeah, okay. Get that done. Whatever that is, whatever you're trying to make a color palette for. We have continue. This is good. This is good. You could keep going. Every action and step counts. So continue. Don't get frustrated and stop just because you're frustrated for that day. Stop letting other people who have nothing to do. Listen, there are so many people who get distracted by individuals who really don't contribute much to their life, but they're so quick to get caught up on how they're making them feel, on what mood swings they're putting them in, and it just throws off your energy. Don't let it throw off your energy. I'm being moved to actually go to charms before I get into these other two decks. So let's find out. I'm gonna pull some charms, some sticker charms. These are like pencil sticker charm thingies. I'm gonna find out what's going on here. We've got heart. Someone might be a doctor or might have went to school for it. For others, I feel like you've been stressed with something and you need your heart checked. I cannot legally give you medical advice as a spiritual healer. I'm feeling like someone needs to follow their heart. That's a part of following their dreams, but I'm also feeling like someone's been really stressed and might have been having chest pains. It may not be serious, but it's good to check and see if they want you to rest. So they might give you a stress test to make sure that everything is good. For some of you, this has been over stressing. And then see, we have a heart on this doctor vest right here. So follow your heart. And for some of you, get your heart checked. Some of you might want to do cosmetics, or you might want to open up some type of makeup shop. I'm also hearing makeup like transform, because I heard Sailor Moon make up. That's whenever they transform and they get like all beautified. This is about someone doing it naturally and also maybe wanting to play around with makeup. You might have been someone that didn't wear it a lot and now you just want to express yourself with that. That's fine. But it's time to transform. It's time to evolve. Reflect on both the in and outside, what it is that you want. So if you want to feel beautiful on the inside, go ahead and do what's necessary to do that. Give yourself that self-love, but also give yourself that self-care. So take care of your physical. Yeah, somebody's about to get beautified. Right? And love can be coming in for some of you guys. This looks like a wedding dress, sort of. And at least that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a wedding dress, and I'm seeing a little heart on the dress. I don't know if the camera's catching it. So along with this new career or this new path that you're choosing in life, there could be a wedding coming along with that success, a ring coming with it. Someone's about to start making big money or marry somebody with big money. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into this next step of cards. I love how whenever I'm like, I'm going to try and keep it short, Spirit's like, no, I'm going to make it long. We're going to take our time. Let's see what other we have. Manifest. It's time to use your magic. The way you made wishes come true as a kid. Use that spiritual universal law of attraction. Like, again, don't sleep on the kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a messenger. I'm just here to help you understand your power so you can tap into it, because I talked about manifesting, and then here it is, and law of attraction, and here they are. If you had doubts, darling, you had doubts, You're being told to remove all of that. Doubts don't help you manifest. They just get in the way. We have astrology. Someone could be into astrology. Right now, Mercury retrograde is going on. It's affecting a lot of us. Understand, though, Mercury retrograde doesn't have to necessarily affect us. It's more so explaining, I mean, it affects us, but it's explaining some of what we're going through. It's not like we can't work through it. It's not like, oh my gosh, all my devices are going to be on the fritz, so now I can't do nothing. It's just letting you know that you might have to take your time when you're communicating something like how I have to do right now, right? I'd rather have had this done in 20 minutes, but here we are 40 some minutes later, right? You might find that, and because it's retrograde in Aquarius, and all that can be a little tricky, you might find that you got to pay close attention to what people tell you. So that, be sure that you're not being fooled or you're not being told something, especially with scammers and stuff like that going around. So look at astrology and see if it assists you with understanding your current situations, emotions, or moods that you've been having right now. Don't just depend on Western astrology. I've been picking up this a lot. I'll channel it for another message, but there are other types of astrology that may resonate with you. You might be coming from another one, and perhaps the other versions of astrologies will work for you. Tap into them, figure them out, right? Just don't get so caught up on one thing if it's not completely resonating with you. Maybe you're meant to tap into a little bit of other things. There are too many people who learn astrology like a science and then they act like scientists with it. Like, oh, there's no other way this can go but this one way. There are many ways that this can go. We're in the year of the 6, but in other forms of calendars and astrologies, we're in the year of the 9, or we're in the year, you get what I'm saying? So pay attention to what you're led to and why. But since it's Mercury retrograde, take the information in slowly. Okay? Somebody needs to hear that. You might have to play this back a few times to get all these messages because this is a lot. And we got one more deck after this one. We have pricings. Do you... What was I saying earlier about people like taking advantage, right? And pricing what you're worth. I believe I said that in the pre-channel, right? And pricing. What is your item worth? Are you having fun with the numbers? Are you playing around with them? But I feel like this is also coming out to that message. Like, are you charging people what you are worth? Some of you might need to do a sale or do a coupon. You don't have to do a sale all day, every day. But don't become stubborn either. Like, don't become that person where it's like, because people kept taking advantage and stuff like that, you feel like you either always have to have something free, or you feel like you should never have anything free. Play around with it. Look at other businesses that are successful. Look at when they do discounts and all that jazz. Learn what you need to learn. Don't get stuck. Don't be jaded. Don't let an experience make you jaded. Sales and coupons can work. You don't need them on all the time. You don't need them off all the time. It's up to you. You can have you can give people discount codes. Influencers, that's an idea. You can give an influencer a discount code that they promote on their platform, and that drives your business up. I would recommend looking into people like Gary Vee, for example, to just really learn a better mindset when it comes to business. We have purpose. A lot of you, your job plays so much into your purpose in life. And we have many purposes. I always break it down to the main ones, which is your purpose is to first find what your passion is, right? And it's always around you. You just got to tap into it. How does that purpose help the collective, and how does it help to unify everyone, i.e. be of service? We're all connected in the tapestry of life, and we're all meant to figure out how to unify back together. That's a part of our big purpose when we incarnate in this version of existence. How can we connect with other people? All of this energy, all of this is about connection at the same time. So that's a part of your purpose. Find what energizes you, learn some new skills, look into the truth, right? And accept your God-given gifts and talents. Hashtags. Use an app, do market researching, or pay. You can pay someone to help you. That might make it quicker, but I don't recommend that for those of you who are really just starting and like you may be limited with your funds. Same with advertising. I don't always recommend that everyone jumps into advertising right away, because you might end up spending a lot and not gaining a lot. People can run themselves in the hole if they're not careful. Now, this doesn't mean to be afraid of advertising or marketing. There are many ways to do it, and eventually you will have to scale up and do paid advertisements. At least that's what most businesses have to do, depending on the level of success that you're trying to have. But there is a way to research all of that. Follow your intuition, listen to your instincts. Most of all, learn who your target audience is. Okay? All right, let's hop into the next one. Let's hippity hippity hop into the next message. Ooh, child. I recommend everyone take a deep breath so all this information can get nice and settled in the energies here. Oop. Don't want to shake the table too much. Now we're going to get into boss babe energies. Whether you be masculine or feminine, this will still resonate for you. This boss babe deck will still assist you in what you need and what you need to know. Okay? It's just that you might find the majority of the people on the deck are feminine, if I do remember. Most of them are feminine, but masculines, you can resonate with this too. We have music again, your musical muse. I create my own experiences. That's been huge. That has been a huge part of this message. At the beginning, since we first started, we have I willfully release with joy what doesn't serve you. Let it go. Control. Goes back to that control energy. Let go what ain't serving you, my loves. Whoop. One card. Thank you, Spirit. We have I rejoice in who I am. I am beautiful. I am a beautiful expression of life flowing perfectly at all times. That goes right back into what I was saying before about that self-care, self-love, gratitude. It's all coming together. You see the pictures, love. You see the pictures. Bottom of the deck, I was moved to actually look at the bottom of the deck for this one. We have mixed media minks. I am safe. I relax. Let life flow joyously. And I see artwork too. So again, tapping into creativity. Somebody here might do digital work as well. Some type of digital designs. That would definitely come in handy if you're trying to make slogans or different things for your own business. I'm going to get into a few more charms and then we're going to call it, my darlings. I'm going to get into some charms and call it. We have a cherry. Funny enough, the moment I looked at this, I thought of Cherry Enchantress. So maybe someone here is meant to receive some type of love message from her. Someone's name could also be Cherry. I thought of her so clear. Just seen her face so clear as day. So someone's name might be Cherry. I just see a cherry pendant. Someone may have a cherry pendant that they wear on a blouse. We have the word brave. We have the word hope. It's giving me very much the star card energy, as is this image here. We have French fries, time to leave that 9 to 5 is what I just heard. French fries, time to leave that 9 to 5. We have, and again, that energy of like grooming. I believe these are scissors, but it's making me think of clothing designs, and it's also making me think of that makeup energy, like transforming, like getting a makeover of some kind, in a positive way. And we have seahorse. Ooh, seahorse is a very strong luck sign here for someone. The seahorse. So cherry pendant, something about a cherry pendant is important. Someone's name may also be cherry. I'm also seeing the countryside, a countryside with a lot of hills. It could be from like maybe upper state Pennsylvania, maybe California. Those are the two places I'm picking up. Cherry could be a symbol of like a I'm seeing a diner, funny enough, like a diner. Something about like Cherry's Diner, maybe? Something like that. Makeover and time to leave that 9 to 5. I'm hearing working 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. So something about the countryside and something about makeovers or designing clothes. Maybe you're a clothing designer and you're being told it's time to wear your own designs. It's time to dress to impress, darling. My loves, that took some work. I am now going to check out of this message, and I pray that you guys received the answers that you needed, some of the guidance that you needed here, and it helps you on your path. May this Mercury retrograde be kind to you. Remember, it has to go through its thing. Just be in flow. Don't get too frustrated with it. If you want to tap into more mystic wisdom and messages, you can listen to my Light Wisdom podcast. You can support the channel through donations. You can also purchase my oracle deck and the future decks that come out. Those are all great ways to show your love here, other than booking a personal reading yourself. Also, my loves, in case you guys, sometimes you guys ask, this set here was made by Osobella 1 official on Instagram, a beautiful, beautiful soul that I love dearly. And this one was made by another friend of mine's. She wire wraps all of these. I'm going to leave their information in the links below. High energy vibrational items. Thank you, my loves. Peace, love, and light.
Get your copy of Love Confession Cyber Edition. Link in bio.